Well, this is kind of a take on my fox picture I did before, and with the autumn leaves at the bottom. But this is a smaller one. It's kind of just over A3, and it is smaller, less fine detail, which I do struggle with because I do like to have a lot of, you know, big eyes and things like that. Obviously with this I couldn't, so I had to control it a bit more, but I'm still happy with the result. I could do my leaves at the bottom with 3D paints. Anyway, so I hope you just enjoy this process video. I'll see you at the end. My name's Julie, but you can call me Jubes. See you later. Righty-ho, here we go. Now, my fox picture that I drew, the one with the autumn leaves at the bottom, in fact is bing, 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 over there. Now that was a kind of study, and never really thought I would be selling it anyway. And it's from a place where, you know, you can use it as reference, but you really do need to make your image look a fair bit different from your reference. So just be aware of places like that. You know, you think, oh yeah, I can use it without license, it's legal, don't have to attribute any photographer or anything. But then you look in the small print, tiny, and it says, yeah, that's fine, but you can use it as an artist, but you know, you've got to change it a fair bit, which is mad because, you know, if you've got a face a certain way, how can you change it? Because that changes it completely and it's not that reference then. Anyway, just beware. But I find Facebook is good for groups where people are more than happy to share their photographs of all sorts, and you can do what you want with them. Obviously you can double check with them if you want to double check, always good. So this one, quite easy to look at a lot of pictures, photographs, and put these two together. And then I'll look at many different fox images to get all this detail correct. So it's not based on one image. So that's good. Then I'm going to put my leaves, my autumn leaves at the bottom again and go around them. And this, I'll kind of have it, there's a nice bit of light from behind, a little bit like the other one, not the bokeh effect. I'm just going to have, oh, I might do that, I don't know. I'll see. I can, you know me, I can plan it but then change it. So I'm just going to have it sort of like, you know, a golden glow around here, which is very lovely. And then just see what happens, because there's not an awful lot of space here. So I'll just see, this might be enough detail here, then just have that plain. So that's the plan. This is a size that will fit into a standard frame. So it's, as you can see, it's not so big this time. And hopefully I can do prints from this as well then. So there we have it. I need to do some nice base layers and then build it up. I'll see you shortly. Right, I've done a bit very basic base colour, and I'll blend that, and then I'll do another base layer, middle layer, whatever. Bit more shading done. Looks a little bit less flat. I've got a selection of browns and oranges here, so I'll get and sharpen those so that I can do lots of fur layers now. I think that's what, yeah, just gonna do that. Then I can blend a bit of that if I really want to. Now the reason why I had a pearl background is because that's the only paper I had, basically. Otherwise I would have done my usual kind of the mid-grey pastel matte, which I really love. I think it might even be called dark grey. Anyway, whatever it is, it's just that lovely mid-grey, which is great for light pictures, dark pictures. But this is what it is today. The affordable artist, using what I have. Okay, see you in about 5 hours after I've sharpened all these. So all my browns looked the same with a quick scribble. So I really had to do a bit more of a chunk, because you can see the colour. That one's a bit more pooey coloured. That's a little bit of red in that, I would say. That's sort of proper dark brown, and that's proper slightly goldeny. It's a bit of yellow brown. There you go, I've described all your colours for you. So I'm going for, which one's that? There we go. That one. With a hint of red, which I think I'll go with the fox. So I'll just do some darker areas. It's going to take a while to build all this up and then do a little bit of detail with it. So it's just not all, I don't want to do loads of strokes all in the same direction, because that would just look awful. So yeah, still a bit of work to do. Oh dear, just be careful, your spongy is clean. Oh. Okay, so I've pretty much finished the foxes. I'll probably add a bit more detail and tidy up sort of these bits, but these are ready to fill in with a nice bit of colour, and then the 3D paint. Just doing some sort of background. I think I want to make it quite dark with just a bit of a halo of light around them. Yeah, quite dark. Tidy this up. Yeah, we're getting a bit better here now, a bit darker, just building up. And then when I make sure I got the right colour here. So this, if I want a bit more over here, I'll just take it from there and just add it over there a bit, just to blend it into the light, rather than put more of the pastel up there and then blend it in. So just take it from there, blend it in. Yeah, I had a little bit of a weird thing here, like almost like I had a pencil mark on there. I tried to rub it out and I couldn't, so I'm gonna have to, well, what I'm gonna do is I am gonna do my bokeh background, which I do love, so I'll carefully put a piece there just to cover it over. So I just think that's a nice background, not too fussy, but enough of an interest rather than me trying to draw trees or something, which is not my cup of tea. So yeah, nearly there. Right, you can see I've done these, like, looks horrible. So get my blender, and I've still got the dodgy one there, and that's how it looks when it's a bit more blended. Then I can do some slightly brighter, more obvious ones on top. Yeah, I'm on the floor getting myself in a right tiz, because I've been doing this. It's not very neat because this little monkey, the lid, not the lid, the nib, I do like 1/2 centimetre, and then it won't come through. I stab it with a needle, and then it's fine for another 1/2 centimetre. So what is going on? Is there like a lump inside? If there is, well, I can't do anything about that. So I can't find this same colour online anymore. Must be very old. So I'm going to give up on it. I'm going to buy another different gold of this brand. It's gold metallic. It might end up being the same, which would be great. If not, I'll just have to go back over these, but with a thicker line, which is fine. I can do that, but I like the way that looks. It will need a bit of kind of, oh, I didn't just smudge it then. Oh no, I think I'm okay. It will need a bit of, let me point with something rather than my horrible finger. I would do a bit more shading in here rather than just a flat colour and white. So I'll do a bit of yellow in there and then a bit of pink in there. And yeah, just so they're not quite as flat as they are. I do like the way they look. I do like my 3D stuff. Yeah, so off to order some bits. Oh dear, okie dokie. So, you know this is not available anymore in this colour. Thought, well, standard gold. Surely I can find it somewhere, because I've done half of this. So, the only one I could find is this one. Great. Still tulip. So, yeah, probably near enough. But when I opened it up, see how fine this is? That bottom one is the finest I can do. Oh, for goodness sake, look at that. Now, if this had, right, let me just get the lid off a minute while I mess about here. See, this has got, the issue is right at the top. Something stuck on the inside there. This won't screw off. So this is the only thing I can use. If I could squirt the other one into this, if I could cut, but I wondered if I can cut this off. I'll just cut it off and then stick it back on. Surely it's worth a go. I don't know what to do otherwise. Well, I cut it surprisingly well with my scalpel. Then I thought I needed to stick it together. So I did. But no super glue for me because I can never seem to get that to work. So I used my hot glue gun. Didn't worry about, you know, refinements or anything. Obviously I'm not going to get the lid on now, but I can keep my little pin in the top, so it'll be okay. So let's do a live demonstration. Ooh, right, shall I just get a bit of old tissue here? Get a bit of old tissue. Why am I doing that? Let's get some paper. For goodness sake. There we go. Okay, right. Ooh. 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 Yes. Hey, look at that. The affordable artist gets it sorted. Job done. Just had a bit of a blowout, unfortunately. You can see there. So it only needs to have a tiny hole for that to happen. So I wiped it off of the artwork. That's no problem. I can sort that out. But I need to get the hot glue gun. Make my mending even more bulky. Okay, so just a quickie tip here. This, oh look, this is all of my fingers still. This is where it kind of blobbed. I scraped most of it off with my scalpel. Then there's a little layer left that was just dried. I just managed to literally scrape it off with my finger. So I'll just let that pastel area dry. Then I should be able to go over it, you know, with a bit more of the white. Whew. Yay! I think it's finished. And it worked. Look. Look at my refined join there. You wouldn't notice it, would you? Wouldn't notice the where I cut it at all. Anyway, it's done the job. Got a pin in the top, so that's good. Yeah, job done, I think. I'll take some photos, see how that looks. I'm planning to potentially put this one up for sale, and some prints. So this is about A3ish, so it should print nicely at this size, and A4 of course. Maybe even nice as little gift cards, greetings cards. Yay! Whew. Well, that was fun. I love doing that one. I'm going to do a series, I think. So I'll do other animals and they're young, or whatever really. Just add some flowers at the bottom that are relative to that animal in some way. So this is a nice size. It's going to be a bit more of an affordable one to sell as an original, and I can do lots of prints from it and even greetings cards. So if you've got any comments, any thoughts, any questions, please do have a chat. I look forward to that. See you next video.